I did not expect to be back on camera so quickly. I had to hop off because it was that weird nebulous hour where you have to check in with the place that I'm staying, and I had to go through this whole rigmarole, and he's like, "Who are you again? What is your name?" And I could tell he was just stalling. I could tell, and I was just on high alert. My animals on fucking high alert, and just as I cleared everything, so at least I'm safer, more safe for a week, I guess. Whatever. Some, woman shows up, and like I always say, it's my PTSD. It's something I deal with. And yeah, sometimes there really is a problem. But I found it really, really strange that the moment it was okay and you're supposed to relax, that's when something goes wrong. Because I try to go into the hallway's being blocked, and then I have a woman coming toward me, and this is why I say America has to change, because if you spend that much time bothering me as a veteran who's disabled, but you don't spend that on medical research, you don't spend that on nutrition or public health, then what are you doing here? Okay, because the level of immersion for whatever this government thing is, and I have to say government because at a certain point, even a cult would have to call in a favor or two from a government agency. So why are they doing this? That I want to know. Because if it's to frighten me away from paying weekly as opposed to monthly, isn't that what that is? Isn't it? I mean, you know what, I have a personal fear based on being sexually assaulted and sexually abused. So to see that used as a psychological deterrent from a cyclical behavior that you find appalling, you stay in hotels? How dare you? Don't you want a place of your own? I mean, I do, but I'm also looking at the situation with, am I the only person who needs a place? Am I the only person in need? I mean, I want to suffer in my PTSD induced rage right now because that's just how a veteran normally responds. They don't respond with maybe kindness and maybe a life of service to the community would be better served than just being the scared recluse in a house. An indigenous person will always say, "Who needs a house when the entire forest, the entire world is where you live?" I mean, I really, really have been ragging hard about I hate living here. I hate living here. It's beautiful here. It's it's gorgeous here. That beauty, that gorgeous atmosphere, it's not within walls. Is it safe to be within walls? I'm not stupid. Of course it is. Are there dangers out there? Yeah, quite a few. Is it dangerous to talk about an America that has better healthcare? I sincerely hope it isn't. dangerous to talk about that? Is there something wrong about seeing our nation become healthy, strong, and well informed? A well informed populace, a well educated populace, a happy population of people? I think that's important. So, as much as it pains me to deal with PTSD, I'm going to enjoy the beauty of just living and existing in this world. You can't deter me from enjoying my life. Yeah, my life is happier when I don't deal with PTSD, but setting up appropriate boundaries and also respecting myself as a veteran with PTSD from military sexual trauma to remove myself from a situation which is stressful is always an option I have. Will there come a day when I don't feel fear or revulsion because a woman is entering the same space that I am? Probably. I mean, I've had to deal with it on several occasions, and I didn't have that many problems. But I have had problems. I have been sexually abused. I have been sexually assaulted by American women. That's not something that you forgive or forget. I'm that fireman. I'm going to try and save as many people as possible. Encourage Americans to take a hard look at nutrition, take a hard look at housing, take a hard look at stress. The little adrenaline spike of, oh, if I don't talk to this person, I will be, turned out, which is always an option. But I was polite about it to a degree. To a degree, I was polite about it. But it's life. You gotta enjoy life, live a life. Maybe for me, it's never going to be easy, free flowing conversation. I've been abused and I've been sexually assaulted by American women. You don't get to be my friend. However, I still have it within my heart to say, do you need some soup? Do you need some canned goods? Do you need assistance toward finding resources? That's it. That's what you get. I don't have to be nice. I don't have to be polite about it at all. I don't have to apologize for being rude at times. I don't. I like to be aware of it because that rudeness can sometimes be rooted in anger instead of rooted in respect for myself. So I take a moment to think about respecting myself. Hmm. It's going to be a long, long road of recovery for America. And I'm going to be the one who paves that road. I don't want to be a politician. I just want to be a community leader. I think that when you give people decent food, when you ask, how can we make you happy sometimes? Or what's got you down? Not how are you, but what's going on? You cut through all that bullshit and you get to the good part of, okay, well, what's the problem? Okay, have you tried this? Have you tried that? There's tons of solutions. Tons. There are several agencies already in this city that do exactly what I'm talking about right now. I could volunteer for that, but I have my PTSD. I've got my service animals. I've got a lot going on. So I'm gonna have to find my own way to help, my own way to volunteer, my own way to improve the American experience. The American dream is not on life support. It's alive and thriving when you contribute to it, when you say that you're a part of it. A lot of us who come from immigrant families, yeah, we feel disenfranchised. We feel that in a way we got suckered into being alive in an area where it goes against our culture, it goes against our heritage. And there's never a real place for us. But you can build that space. You can build that trust and respect within your community. And it's on you to do that. Sometimes it's hard to admit that you have power. So I don't normally give messages to my veterans, especially the ones with military sexual trauma like I do. But you have to understand that you still have power. You still have a right to respect yourself and say, I'm uncomfortable with this situation, even if nothing's wrong. Because sometimes you have to trust your gut. You have to trust that if you feel unsafe, then the situation is unsafe. Maybe it's just unsafe for you mentally or physically, but isn't that enough? Why be upset? With that in mind, why allow other people to be upset? Some of the issues that we have in America are not because of money or wealth or status. It's just simple qualifying human interaction. I may be the most cantankerous American that you have right now, but I'm determined to put a smile on my face and a smile on yours. So, I normally go through my whole spiel of being a mutant and a werewolf. I've already done that. I leave you with my name is Ian Iliona. How may I help you? I hope to see you on the next podcast.